He was disgusting with those scatter arrows, all the redemption stacks too.
Yeah.
It was insane.
And like I was keep mentioning during that second game, and I wanted to see that Dragon Strike, but we did see that one Dragon Strike just fly away somewhere else. But that ETC and Dragon Strike, or we don't see Zarya coming out, but that Zarya heroic ult with the Hanzo heroics Dragon Strike. It's so beautiful in the mind, but it never happens, or it's so hard to actually calculate it, make it happen. And Feliz actually did try it, but it failed in game 2. And let's see what they'll do in game 3.
Yeah, not just what you want to do. You have to think. You have to think in deeper terms.
Yeah.
Another step and step to the side. What the opponent team is going to do. What are your counters against the counters? You have to go in deep, starting from the draft. And Feliz in game 2, I don't think they were that deep. Just the stat onto the shallow level, where Miracle was actually into that level B5, B6. They knew everything that was going on. They were on top of what Feliz wanted to do. So in terms of team fights, Miracle had the entire thing. Actually, on this map though, maybe they're thinking something else. Not banning the Tracer this time. Thinking about a Hanzo.
Really, Miracle is finally gonna just ban Hanzo, save Feliz the trouble of not picking that opened up Hanzo maybe. But either way, I think alright, they're gonna go with the Tracer ban, and if Feliz picks Hanzo, we'll see if this will definitely decide, but they're gonna just take away the gray main, and maybe finally Feliz is letting that Hanzo go like I wanted them to. And this time around, Miracle will be taking that Hanzo. Usually it would have been Hanzo pick on Feliz and then Uther and Greymane for Miracle, but they just swapped the two heroes.
Just to explain it to you guys, because we are likely going to see this for the second match also, why the Tracer ban comes out so many times.
Oh yeah.
It is not because of just the Tracer, it is because the Tracer Malfurion, which is a big counter to Hanzo nowadays in lots of regions. That's why Miracle banned Tracer and then went into their own Hanzo. It was likely that Feliz was going to pick Hanzo, which did not work out twice. So Miracle kind of knew that they were going to switch it out. So Miracle have this draft for themselves already. Feliz taking their comfortable picks though. So I'm liking this one so far. Greymane, Rehgar, which they played since the Open Division days.
Alright, maybe really this may be the difference maker, and Feliz may not just get stomped over 3-0. I'm not solely blaming the Hanzo, making them lose, but Hanzo did seem like he was getting picked off a lot, and it was caught on camera. So, we're mentioning that a lot. But now, this time around, Miracle will be playing the Hanzo, and it's either Miracle plays the Hanzo very well and wins and shows Feliz this is how you position Hanzo, or Feliz going back to their old selves, into their comfort picks, and maybe beating Miracle, saying, hey Miracle, let's just both you and I not pick Hanzo.
Yeah, that's often sometimes and often the case. That used to be always the case, but not anymore, with some counters being found out. Picking Garrosh.
Yeah, they do.
For Feliz, I did feel that ETC had to be changed, and Garrosh was banned in game 1 because OJ used to play that one a lot. On this map, a lot more Garrosh compared to his Muradin. Muradin is his most played hero by far, but still on this map, OJ always played Garrosh. So that's why the pick is there. Falstad. Miracle is thinking, we were having some rotational issues against that Falstad. Seems like Aimer's Falstad was not the best from my eyes, but still good enough to ban. So that's a good ban card to use.
Yeah, definitely. Especially with in that first game, in that 2-lane phase, Falstad going back and forth, always solo laning, pushing that lane, coming back with flight. It was definitely annoying, even though Miracle is up 2-0 right now, and they do take that Junkrat once again. It did work out very well in game 2, so they're gonna stick with that with Malthael as well. Pick phase turned over to Feliz, the last 2 picks.
This is great for Miracle. They have pokes. They have lots of pokes from afar here, and they can get all the numbers, not really even going in. Even if they have a bad position, they can just poke from far away. They can pick up those more the shrine numbers there and get the Punisher. So that's exactly why Feliz wants to harass that back line from poking safely. They want to bring in that Zero tool with the stealth. Of course, the newer stealth is kind of easier to see, but still, more than enough damage can harass Hanzo and Junkrat at the same time.
Alright, we do have the ETC band. Garrosh is on Felice's side. Miracle probably might take that Anubarak once again. We'll have to see, because, you know, or Muradin, but Muradin actually did work out pretty well with his teammates backing him up quickly. But this time around, having Hanzo, alright, they're gonna just stick with the Muradin. But I was gonna say Hanzo and Junkrat with that poke. But Feliz also has Leeming as well. So we'll have to see, and Greymane's Flask, of course. So we're gonna see that poke wars and see which initiation will be better regarding Garrosh and Muradin going in. Maybe they're gonna do a high five when they're switching places and going in for that initiation.
Yep, and I think the reason behind that last pick Muradin was because ETC was banned.
Yeah.
And his Anubarak was open, but his confidence level and comfort level is not as good as his Muradin from what I think today. So that's exactly why they had that, because having a power slide will be a bigger threat to those picks like Zero Tool. Even if you have Blink, sometimes it is not enough to secure yourself some safety.
Yeah, definitely. And you know, just from seeing today, like you were saying, you know, he played Anubarak game 1, Muradin game 2, and just from my eyes, in the caster's point of view, Muradin definitely worked out a lot better. Even though they won both of the games, it just seemed like Muradin initiations and positioning with the team help backing him up. It just seemed like it made more sense for him as well. So he's just gonna stick with the Muradin.
Yep, Judy really turning into almost a mage player today for Miracle, going for that redemption build, and he is the one playing Hanzo for Miracle tonight. And this time Sniper goes to Junkrat this time.
Alright, pushes him away. OJ takes some damage. Same thing goes for Judy as well.
We'll get CC. Takes some damage, but Garrosh still only needs a little bit of heal to come back in the game.
Our solo laners are going. Zero Tool is following Malthiel to top.
Yeah, in this case, because they don't have a dedicated solo lane, Zero Tool will be going towards that solo lane, but
that's very unfortunate.
That's unfortunate for Feliz, and good thing for Miracle, because oftentimes Zero Tool will be staying there. And if he's missing, you would know that he's missing. So it makes it so much easier for Miracle to have an early game.
Yeah.
You don't have to be careful for ganks. Of course you do, but somewhat less dangerous with Zero Tool being on top the entire time.
Yeah, it's Zero Tool roaming around and poking and maybe getting some good ganks is what he should be doing, but him being a laner for now, it's super unfortunate for Feliz, and Miracle is going to comfortably go at that 6 o'clock camp. Muradin alone at mid. They don't want to miss out that experience.
They know exactly where Feliz is. They know the rotation coming down. Though Sniper is kind of late.
Junkrat will just bounce out.
And because they know the rotation, they know that there won't be any pressure when they take the camp.
Yeah.
That's exactly why he went for the timing, and they got the value out of it a little bit slightly. And meanwhile, Martel has been winning the top lane duel, and Zero Tool is coming down now, but should be on the call.
Zero Tool does do some damage to Junkrat, but not too much when you're only level 3. Not gonna get that pick off. Zero Tool goes back to top to get that experience that Martel is pushing. And again, Miracle is going for that camp. Ooh, gets thrown back. Uther will probably survive, but here we do have the Greymane getting picked off. If at least if they were able to pick off that Uther and you know they get the Greymane trade, then it would have been okay, there was a trade, but now Feliz is down.
Not because Greymane was too far away from the wall. I think it was just a perfect combination from Miracle. Muradin jumping in, and perfect storm hits. CZ chain a little bit, and enough damage from 4-man. And that was the kill. That's going to force some rotation, the slower camp timing for Feliz. glad that the camp is not too far away from that Greymouse died. It seemed kind of natural to go for the camp, but because of that, Miracle is going to have the initial better positioning for this shrine here.
Yep. We still do have the Murden looking for that delay rotation. Alone. A 5v1.
He may still survive. Doesn't have Avatar though.
Uther was trying to come down to save him, but just decides to go back. And you know, they only get 19 from the shrine. I don't know if that, you know, Muradin sacrificing himself was the best, because, you know, with Muradin dying, and if they're able to get that 40, okay, now this is bad. That was uncalled for. It was unnecessary. If Muradin, as I was saying, if he were sacrificed and they were able to get the 40 skulls collected from the shrine, then maybe. But they were only at 19 when Muradin died, and Uther also gets picked off, and now it's gonna be turned around, and Feliz will probably get all 40 right now.
Well, when I said that he may still survive, I didn't know he was going to Dwarf Toss towards the enemy fort.
Yeah.
I couldn't change the words coming out of my mouth at that moment. And of course, a great pick onto Uther also. All the liming damage connecting onto a single target.
Yep.
Nicely done. And they will steal this Punisher though, because of those 2 kills. Miracle rotations from individuals was not the biggest problem, but in this game, it's becoming a problem. Let's see if Feliz can punish that a little bit more as we go through. The first Punisher going towards the wall here, as they are getting that EXP from the structures.
Yep, they do get that door open, but like you mentioned, it is the first Punisher, and it is poked down. Only the door is open, the structure, the front line. They're gonna pull back. Zeratul has been soaking experience from mid by himself, and you know, Feliz is definitely almost one full level ahead. Miracle did catch up actually as I was saying that. We'll have to see Feliz capitalizing on that rotational mistakes from Miracle, which we haven't seen in game 1 or 2, but now in game 3 it's starting to happen. Maybe they're getting too comfortable and making that, you know, loose calls, loose rotations where they're not being too cautious.
And you can also see OJ how better of a position he will be in playing Garrosh.
Yep.
And we heard it from Gondar yesterday that
Yeah.
whenever he plays Garrosh, he feels like he's winning the front line war, which is usually, if that's the case, then you end up winning the team fight if you win. That's like actually a great toss from Sniper.
Yeah, that was.
If that was paired up somewhat well with Judy's damage, burst damage, maybe that could have been a kill.
Yeah.
And I don't think that was realized by the entire team of Miracle at that moment.
Yeah, you can never know what Junkrat is thinking. But I just laughed because, you know, Garrosh was trying to make his way down to bot and maybe drink that well. But Junkrat brings him back up from where he started.
That was kind of a funny moment.
Yeah, that was very great for Junkrat.
And meanwhile, Feliz goes in deep. They have 10. Every single tool, even wave of 4 is just in case.
Yep.
Marthail even. Muradin comes in too deep just to throw them off, and level 20 upgrade Repulsion will be a big tool to take them away, so the CC at least does not connect to his teammates.
Yep. Alright, well, both teams hit 10. We have the angry Cloud Malthael joining in with the team fight. Garrosh is actually trying to wait to see if he could get a good throw. Zeratul just solo laning by himself, soaking up that EXP at top and bot, rotating around. He's kind of playing it like the Falstad, just playing that solo lane when everybody is somewhere else. He's alone by himself. You know, it's Zeratul being used that way. Personally, I don't like it, but you know, he's doing it, and it's not failing. It's not going so bad yet. So
that's a Zeratul. Before the rework and also before the laning changes, used to be very different. Just ganking between the lane, trying to look for kills.
Yeah.
Kind of like Nova. And I didn't say Nova, but here we go. We're gonna have a kill onto HGC. Tossed and gone. Deleted in air.
Yep.
During evaporated right there into souls of all the death. But what was I talking about before? I even forgot.
Yeah. But either way, they do get that pick off once again, and we were talking about how Miracle was getting maybe too comfortable and making haste rotations without being too cautious, and Murden gets thrown in, Avatar's
And
prop.
that's Wave of Force. Almost got the kill. And great save from Uther there. Great save from Jaehyun. This Divine Shield was surely worth it, saving Murden. These orbs from Franco this time. You gotta say, his Leeming's definitely better than his Hanzo.
Definitely, he knows what he's doing. You know, his positioning, I guess, rather than Hanzo's jumping over structures, Leeming's teleport fits better for him, so he can change that position slightly rather than just going all the way far away from the team fight. So maybe he's more of a Leeming than a Hanzo.
He's a very good skill
Yeah.
shot-based player. Of course, that Wave of Force kind of missed.
Garrosh
They'll be
throws
tossed
back,
and
jumps out,
the
but
damage
still
is more than enough. Riptire comes a second too late. That will be a kill, and Punisher will be pushing in harder. That's the fourth down, but still having 60% of HP. They will make that rotation, now pressuring onto mid or the top, whichever they choose.
Yep, whatever they prefer, but seems like they're gonna just open up that mid door with Greymaine's Flask and Leeming's Arcane Orbs. We'll see. Well, all the doors are open now, and you know, if you see on the minimap, Feliz's side of the forts are basically almost undamaged. So it's just this game, Feliz going back to their comfort picks, like we said, getting rid of that Hanzo and just going with that Greymain, Leeming, and the Garrosh. Just seems like they're more comfortable with the pickoffs and the rotations, and just their playstyle overall.
Miracle will be catching up very soon with 13. They're still not over. The game's not over. They still have lots of chances. Next try when they win that fight, where if Gunza does not overstep or any of the teammate does not overstep, it seems like they're breaking apart, taking this one a little bit too easy about the rotations. If they make safer approaches, I think that may be enough. Even Sniper, as Feliz has a Zeratul now, you shouldn't be too close. Actually, Zeratul is doing a great, Hanatan's doing a great job harassing, taking all the HP out of the back line, even more than buying a lot of time for the team to go around, make sure they have the better positioning.
Okay, Zeratul doing that poke damage, annoying everybody he possibly can. And unfortunately, you know, with the, before the rework, when Zeratul hit 16, he can throw 2 of those discs, and you know, like Zeratul would just be picking off the dealers, DPS and supports by himself. But now, unfortunately, we don't see that kind of plays anymore.
We see a different build.
Yeah, the build has changed.
We call this poking Zeratul.
Yep.
It used to be the Q Zeratul, which was a poking, but it is a different build, and still this one works very well in team fights also. So we do have this new one coming in.
Okay.
And that has been the way, doing a great job. Not really dying at all, not really getting caught. Make sure that he sees all the lanes, gets all the DXP.
Alright, Zeratul probably wanted to poke a little bit, but the perfect timing. The minions coming in. Alright, he's alone. Oh, well, with Garrosh going to the camp at top.
He doesn't want to pressure in. He just wants to let them know that he's here. Just in case they go any further. He wanted to buy some time. And Miracle being aggressive, knowing that Zeratul, I don't think Zeratul showed himself bottom. Maybe they, now they do.
Now they see him. Murder me. Alright, there we go.
There we go, there's a CC, the connection, and Zeratul is dead. DED.
Yep. He is dead, and I'm pretty sure they were very annoyed by Zeratul, especially Junkrat and Malthael, getting poked by Zeratul back and forth, and they're like, alright, you know what, let's just get rid of him and get a comfortable camp and maybe even win this shrine fight before he comes out, because there's another 20 seconds until Zeratul is back.
That almost seemed too easy.
Yeah.
And their CC connecting pretty well, if that connects.
There we go, Uther.
Franco does that teleport, will go over the wall. The Stonebolt misses. A little bit too late there. But still, they force them back, and the shrine is coming out.
And
very soon.
Zeratul is back as well.
Zeratul comes back, but meanwhile, they have the wave, but their level is, their talent down. That's the only thing that's stopping them from going into that small zone. Of course, Gunza will spot them out for some time.
Finally, they hit 16. They're gonna slowly move their way back in. You know, giving maybe 20-ish off the shrine is not a big deal, so he just wanted to hit 16 and make sure. There we go, Zero Tool.
Harassing big time by low, almost gets a kill onto Judy, does
What?
get a kill instead onto Zero Tool. Franco's trying to turn this one around, but here comes the Divine Shield. No kill for you, no resets. So OJ in the meanwhile onto the other side, H82 with those damage.
Alright, Li-Ming and Hanzo, they were duking it out after. But it seems like Feliz is pushed back, even though they were the first, they were the team to hit 16 first. And, you know, they did get Zero Tool picked off by Miracle, but unfortunately for Miracle not being 16 at the start of the shrine, you know, they were kind of backed away. I thought Feliz had the upper hand even though Zero Tool was picked off. He was back on time for that shrine. They hit 16 first. They pushed back Miracle first, but Miracle just hitting that 16 and coming back stronger, pushed back Feliz, and they are leaving that shrine at 39 to get this camp first.
Zero Tool, even if he died,
Yeah.
even if that was the case, it was not too bad. He did all the damage, created the conditions for Li-Ming to pick up the kill. Hold on to that. There's a taunt. Uther gone.
Oh.
Divine Shield was not there. He couldn't save himself. No way out of there. Zero Tool doing some harass. Maybe they want to force in a little bit more. Nothing too much as Miracle still holds the number.
Alright.
Is this
No.
possible? I don't think so still because they have Junkrat
Yeah.
and just a random arrow passing by.
Just an arrow, it's a...
Yep, and the Riptire actually goes down.
Yeah, they
But
just
still
want that one.
Yeah, still one more, just one more.
Yeah.
Sometimes in quick matches you end up cost.
Oh.
Yeah, there's the.
There we go,
They got it. They spent lots of tools, but still they got it. That's what matters.
You saw the Riptide rolling and getting destroyed. You saw that thick arrow passing by, just, you know, saying, well, I'm just passing by. But they end up still getting that last one that they saved up.
The point I was trying to make for the last team fight was that Jaehyun saved his teammate. That's all that matters. If Li-Ming cannot get a single kill,
Yeah.
it can be the start of a party, or it could be a party pooping tool. That's that Divine Shield. Ooh,
he's
Hansen
committed
going
into
in.
that Muradin.
Avatar popped out.
But it's not
Pause,
gonna...
maybe
Oh, he actually jumped at that moment, it seemed like, and he just...
Yeah, he did. He
Yeah.
did jump in,
The
but
moment his 2 feet were off the ground, he just died.
Uther was nowhere closer. They're trading this fort for the bottom one.
Wow.
As the Punisher actually did not do too much for Miracle at all. But it's somewhat even in EXP. And with the following camp, I think they have more than enough to catch this one up. They know the rotation was coming down, so they could kind of go for the camp. They were not too aggressive. They are making the right choice here to Hearth back home.
Yep, they're gonna get that bot camp. Probably gonna go for that camp at 1 o'clock as well after this, because they're gonna have then defending the top 4, which is pretty low on health. Seems like Miracle's gonna get that camp at 11 and maybe try to get that fort down. They're both pretty similar in experience-wise right now. We'll see what choices they make.
It's all up to Franco and Jaehyun. How Jaehyun saves the target. How Franco gets that instant kill with the Calamity damage or even Wave of Force. Because Zero Two is doing all he needs to do.
Yeah.
Of course, he got caught once. That was a big mistake. But still, it's only once. We can still come back into this game as they are leading in EXP for the moment. As I think both teams are just being super still, waiting for that next shrine to come out because they both think they have a better chance of winning that fight. Miracle should be thinking we have poke, so we should win in numbers. At least thinking, oh, we have Zero Two and Li-Ming. We can dive in and get those kills.
Definitely. We'll see. They're gonna just all go for that camp. We do see that, solo camp right here by Rhaegar. Zero Tool soaking up that experience at top by himself. But he definitely wants to hit 20 first.
So both teams are getting closer to 20, but this is, I think, avoid prison Zero Two. That means late game Zero Two loses his power, but Nerzim Zero Two at 20, when he basically has rewind, he is insanely strong. You can get a kill by yourself. If you're really good, seriously good, you can even get a kill onto Muradin alone.
What if you're serious?
So against Hanzo and Junkrat,
yeah, they're definitely gone.
It's gonna be an easy kill
Yeah.
if he lands every single skill damage on there with the basic attacks included.
All right, Feliz
I mean, that's
gets
gonna
that
be.
camp.
That's exactly what Hannaton's looking for. After 20, he can assassinate 1-2 targets easily
Yep.
if they're off position.
All right. Well, Feliz definitely timed that camp for top, and they're definitely gonna go for that shrine first. But this didn't go well the last time they did.
Hannaton going around. He's off to the side. There's a
There we
blue
go.
plate. Again, some CC to harass. There's drew that arrow, so that's an okay trade for now. Both teams 20. Franco just poking in a little bit from the side.
Oh,
There's
Garrosh
a
goes
pop,
in,
but
Marine comes in.
insta Divine Shield, and H82 is going,
Garrosh is not
having
looking
his
good.
time. There's the Riptire for the
Oh!
kill. Garrosh will be the first one, but still, team fight not over. Numbers are up for Feliz, 25 to 24.
All right, Zero2 unable to do anything after that beginning.
Gunza goes in
Right,
there,
there we
CC,
go.
good cleanse coming out. Feliz and Hannaton trying to make this one into a kill. Judy
Hanzo
does
is
not
picked
escape at
off.
the end. There's a second kill actually. Feliz tries to turn this one around. H82's low on mana, has to
Wow.
run away. Franco tries to do maximum damage with the skill shots all going in. One more.
Going in.
Was not
to the
good enough,
Mafia.
but Aimer is here with the Greymane. Goes
gone.
in for the kill. That's 3. Make that 4. Sniper is the only one left now.
Okay, well, Garrosh getting picked off. At the start of the fight, Miracle seemed like they had the upper hand, but like I said, you know, just because you're Garrosh down, you had that Zero tool and you're hitting 20, and he was able to pick off that Hanzo super fast. That just turned around the game. And Feliz, one level ahead, they get the Punisher. Everything is on their side right now.
Miracle dropped their guard. They should have
Yeah.
realized that Zeratul still alive. He can always come and assassinate one of us, 2 of us.
Yeah.
Did more than damage. Franco, his skill shots, nicely done by leaving there. Trying to do some more.
Ooh, that
Not the
keeps us-
repulsion that I wanted to see, but still Tarasha doing more damage.
keep this one
Punisher
down.
going
They're
to
for
closer
it.
to the core. I don't know if they can do it.
Yeah, but they're going for
Garrosh
it.
is coming in. Here's a Riptire. Does not get an explosion on it.
More than trying to defend. We do have Zero tool just harassing.
Garrosh is here. Punisher aggroed away, but
Oh!
Judy dies because of it. And that's going to be a dead Hanzo, and this core is going down. And
Okay.
Feliz takes game number 3. We're back in the series, guys. 2-1.
Wow. All right, there were many